Golden generation. An exceptionally gifted group of players whose achievements reach or are expected to reach a level of success. Some examples are Brazil from 94 to 2002, reaching 3 World Cup finals straight and winning 2 of them. France between 1998 and 2000, winning the World Cup and Euros back to back. And more recently, Spain's 2008 to 2012 squad, winning the World Cup between 2 European Championship wins. But not all golden generations are successful. England's squad between 2002 and 2006 contained the likes of Lampard, Rooney, Gerrard, Terry, Ashley Cole, Ferdinand, and many, many others. But despite having some of the world's best players at that point, England never reached the expected success of a golden generation, with Rio Ferdinand actually claiming the pressure of the golden generation tag had a negative effect on the players, restricting their ability to perform to their full potential for the national team. Which leads us nicely to the topic of today's video, the rise and fall of Belgium's golden generation. Now, during the 8-year period between 2004 and 2012, Belgium never actually qualified for a single tournament. But while all the struggles were going on the pitch, a golden generation was forming in the background. Belgium managed to qualify for the 2014 World Cup and took a squad full of talent. The squad included the likes of Vincent Kompany, Mertens, Lukaku and Hazard, who were already world-class stars at this point. They also took plenty of young up-and-coming stars like Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Witsel, and of course 2 players that we know have had success, Courtois and Kevin De Bruyne. Now at the 2014 World Cup, Belgium topped their group pretty easily with 3 wins out of 3, before moving on to their first knockout game against the United States. Now Belgium needed 120 minutes to beat the USA and did lose 1-0 to Argentina in the quarter-final, who did eventually go on to reach the final. But this was just the start for Belgium, as they were back again for Euro 2016. Now this time Belgium finished second in the group, only losing to Italy, who was a very strong squad at this point, and battered Hungary 4-0 in the round of 16. But again, it wasn't to be for Belgium after they suffered a shock defeat to Wales in the quarterfinals. Now at this point, many of the younger players that I said Belgium took before were in their prime. So this is a very, very good tournament for Belgium going into it, and a lot of people had very high expectations for them. And they started off really great with 3 wins out of 3, topping the group, including a win over England. Now this set them up for a round of 16 match against Japan, which was an absolute thrill of a game, ending 3-2 with Belgium scoring in the 95th minute. Now Belgium was set to face Brazil in the quarterfinals, and this was really going to determine if this Belgium squad had what it takes. And you know what? Belgium did. They went 2-0 up in the first half and managed to hang on to beat Brazil 2-1 and secure themselves a semi-final place. Now at this point, Belgium were playing France and the other game was Croatia-England, and a lot of people backed Belgium to win the whole thing. And I remember only being 16 at the time, but thinking to myself, you know what, Belgium might actually win this. However, it was more heartbreak for Belgium in the semi-final, as they couldn't find a response after France went 1-0 up, who did eventually go on to win the whole tournament. But honestly, if Belgium did beat France, I do think they'd have won the whole World Cup that year. However, it wasn't all bad, as they did beat England in a 3rd place playoff to secure their highest ever World Cup finish. But this is where the story of Belgium starts to go downhill a little bit, because this is where everything seemed to go wrong. At Euro 2020, Belgium did top the group, winning 3 out of 3, but they did lose to Italy, who did eventually go on to win the whole thing in the round of 16. And just before the 2022 World Cup, when De Bruyne and Hazard were asked about their chances of winning it, they did both say, no chance, we're too old. Also saying 2018 was our chance. And you know what? They were right, because Belgium crashed out of the group, only beating Canada and including a loss to Morocco, but we all do know how good they did that year. Now on to this year's tournament, Euro 2024, and Belgium did struggle again, losing to Slovakia, drawing with Ukraine and only beating Romania and finishing 2nd in the group, in a group that they probably should have won. And in a game where people expected fireworks to go off between France and Belgium, the match was really a big letdown. It was very boring, and France beat Belgium 1-0 after a Belgium own goal, which kind of just sums up how things are going for them at the moment. However, despite not winning any trophies really during this golden generation, there is some positives to look forward to in the future. The legacy of the Belgian golden generation has led to some very exciting young prospects coming up, with the likes of Amadou Onana, Luis Openda and Jeremy Doku, still very, very young and very exciting players. And you know what? Belgium I still class as a football powerhouse now. So guys, let me know what you think. Will Belgium be back, or is it the end of an era for the golden generation? Let me know in the comments below. But guys, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I really do appreciate it. And if you are enjoying the content that I'm putting out at the moment, please do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button. But guys, thank you so much for checking out my video on my channel. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you guys stick around, and I promise you won't regret it.